folks, for the Mount Healthy Owls Marching Band. Good evening, folks. It's Cast Family Reunion here at Mount Healthy, where the Owls are looking to defend their home court against the Green Wildcats of Harrison. They'll try and play Grinch tonight and steal a win from under the Christmas tree. Good evening, folks, and happy holidays to you. I'm Josh Semchuk, joined by Greg Miller. We're so happy to have you here for a Southwest Ohio Conference matchup. Boys basketball. The Harrison Wildcats here to take on the Mount Healthy Fighting Owls. Big SWOC matchup tonight, Greg. Everyone's favorite little conference, the Scrappy little conference. We're in for a good one tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got two teams obviously very familiar with each other. Usually you get your 2 matchups per year in the SWOC. So these 2 teams last matched up in January of 2021. 47-43 Mount Healthy in overtime, but Mount Healthy has owned Harrison recently, 10 straight wins. For the Owls, they're going to want to play with pace. Undefeated when they score more than 58 points and second most in the SWOC field goal attempts, 44 per game. Harrison, on the other hand, wants to stay in control and slow it down. All of their losses have been within 1 possession with a minute or less to go. So they're a team that needs to keep it together, especially down the stretch if they want a chance to get back on the right side of this rivalry.
Yeah, it's been a while since Harrison's been able to steal one away from the Owls. Our players to watch tonight, Greg, who do we got on the Wildcats to keep us in the game tonight?
On the Wildcats, we have a wild card here in Cade Combs, the 6-foot senior, averaging almost 10 points per game. Near the top in the SWOC, 59% field goal, but it's been kind of hot and cold this year. Had 23 in one of our earlier ICRC games versus Marymount, but has had 2 points or less in 2 games. So it's pretty boom or bust for him and the Wildcats.
Yeah, I know Coach Marks is really wanting to see more consistency out of his guys shooting-wise. On the other side, back to our family affair here at the Mount, Robbie Cass, the guard transfer from Aiken. Tell us about him.
Yeah, Robbie Cass, transferring with his dad, who's in his first year at his alma mater at Mount Healthy, leading the SWOC in scoring at almost 22 points a game, 22, 4, and 4, up from 18 points that he had last year. He's really the guy that makes this offense go, and he'll be a very important part of this offense as he has the ball and leads the team up the floor to start the game.
So we are underway here. Primetime Hoops, Friday night in December. Glad to have you with us on ICRC-TV, and it's the Owls getting us started early with a bucket from Javon Crittenden.
Yeah, a guy that can also shoot the 3, shooting almost 40%, but you can see a nice cut into the middle, getting some quick points for the Owls. They want instant offense. So far, a great start for Coach Cass and the Fighting Owls.
Hard press for the Owls here. Harrison working it around now, dumping it into the paint. Combs. With the backup stop all the way across onto the other side to your top of your screen. Rebound comes down into the hands of the Owls.
Yeah, that was Harrison quarterback Mason Young, who had 13 points in the matchup last year that went into overtime. A little bit of a throwaway there from Aaron Thurman, though.
Yeah, Thurman sent one high there. Yeah, Coach Mark says that, called a, quote, wonderful group of young men. Says they got a lot of multi-sport student athletes here on the team, including Young, a couple baseball players, as well as Combs and Vogelson.
Yeah, both of them very, very talented baseball players. And Mason Young, one of the big offensive pieces, is there's a steal, get the ball back. Feed the big fella, Javon Crittenden, his second bucket with the steal and getting the buckets as the Owls seem to be in a little bit of a high 1-2-2 press.
A lot of heavy press here from the Owls, who already had that takeaway by Cavante White. And now it's stopped here as we got a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, and you can see there just getting into the trap. Pass by Young gets picked off, and Crittenden will take it to the hoop. And the one thing that you'll see is the Wildcats really want to slow it down. You know, they've been in a lot of 45, 42 games. A team that, you know, has only scored and allowed more than 50 points in 1 game so far this year. Well, on the other side, Mount Healthy, they average and allow almost 10 more points per game than Harrison. They're 4-0 when they score 58 or more. So they're going to want a fast-paced game, keep it going like they did in the earlier matchup last year where they won 66-44. But if Harrison can keep it low scoring and, you know, a little bit more of the rough it, tough it out, then they can stay in this game. As you see a trap right there, right as you get across the line.
Knocked out by Sterling Ray. You saw Coach Marks on your screen there a second ago for Harrison. He said we need to protect the ball tonight. Meanwhile, Coach Ty Cass, in his first year here at his alma mater in Mount Healthy, he says we have to defend at a high level, and you see the high press already that's resulted in 2 turnovers. Owls on the offensive possession now. Cass turned it around to Thurman. Great work around ball movement here from the Fighting Owls. It's Cass. Crittenden drives. Little cheeky dump pass there. Now it's back around the arc again in the hands of Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman, 5 points a game, has scored in all 6 of the Owls games so far this year.
Another cheeky pass. Cass! Nylon for the Owls!
With the deep 3 there from way downtown.
From way down, Greg, and you saw great ball movement there from the Owls. That's exactly why you want to open the game. Now it's Harrison the other way, one off the back of the rim.
And kind of a quick, not quite in set shot, but Harrison does want to move the ball up the court quickly, not allow that Owls defense to get set, but not go too quickly that they're not playing their game.
That was Grant Morse with the shot, and then Mason Young just forced the ball out there. Here's the 3 again, Greg.
Yeah, and you can see getting the ball out to Cass. Cass, a guy that has some offers in, you know, D2 right now. I believe Defiance is one of the offers. You can see very smooth shot, only 5'10", but, you know, does have a lot of the intangibles that you will see at the next level.
Yeah, how about that assist, that little spin and assist from Crittenden there. Now here come the Wildcats of Harrison into the lane. Some nice feeds there, but it's blocked. Brought back down by the Wildcats, foul called. Great block there from Ray.
Yeah, gonna be really good movement by the defense. You can see 2 guys getting the ball down. Some nice help defense there by Crittenden. Gets the block. Gotta try to keep the ball up if you're Caleb Robinson. One guy with some real size on this Harrison team coming in at 6'5".
Some size, some shooting, 65%, one of the top shooters percentage-wise in the SWOC right now. He can't come down with the rebound though, and now the Owls will try and go the other way, but stepped out of bounds did J.J. Etheridge.
It looks like they're gonna actually get Young there for the push out of bounds.
Okay. We'll have a foul on the Wildcats. Owls will keep the ball.
Yeah, Robertson, you know, only 13 for 20 shooting this year. 18 points against CHCA, 10 points against Marymount, but has been one of those guys that they've kind of put in spots when they need the size. And this Mount Healthy team certainly has some solid size with plenty of guys over 6 foot. A little bit of a reach around pass there.
Yeah, another testy pass there from Javon Crittenden.
Looks like that was tipped out by Evan Bonaya, who's filling in for the guard Andrew Sebastian, who's out right now, I believe with an ankle injury. Oh, man.
3 after the ankle breaker won't fall for Cass, but rebound Owls. They'll give it back to Cass now. Will work out to the edge in Crittenden. Heap looks up, pulls for the 3, another off. Rebound Owls off the glass, and 1 for Sterling Ray.
And I love the way Ray worked his way. This shot happened way before. You look at the movement, the nice spin movement to get past, get the open rebound, and then come back up. You can see against the junior Robinson, Sterling Ray, the crafty senior, has a couple more moves in his arsenal.
And you like to see him, free throw won't fall, but you like to see him grab the rebound and get straight vertical back to the glass with it. Textbook opening here for the Owls at home. They continue the press, but the Wildcats find an open man. Mason Young feeds it back up top, now back into the corner. 3 ball for the Wildcats, won't go. Good rebound for the Wildcats there. They'll reset up top.
Keeping the ball from Ray off the board is very important. Averages 13 rebounds a game.
Robertson off the front, and it's rebounded by Ray.
Ray had a 13-point, 19 rebound game versus Coleraine, so he can certainly get rebounds against whoever.
Another 3 here for the Owls. It's just going to catch the rims. Ray tried to keep it in, but it's going to go out of bounds. We'll have some substitutions here for the Wildcats. Logan Vogelsang coming onto the game.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at Crittenden there, you do want quick offense. You do want to catch them off balance, but you don't want to be out of control. And that kind of seemed like an out of control shot there by Crittenden. And obviously was not quite the shot Coach Cass wanted, even though it was more or less open.
Wildcats still looking to get on the board here as we have 3.5 to play in the first quarter. It's up top right now, passed away to Evan Winia. Winia going to take it to the hoop, off the glass and in, and Evan Winia gets the first points for the Wildcats.
He was 0 for 10 shooting the ball coming into this game. Nice to see him get to the left hand and take it up.
Coming in for Andrew Sebastian, who's out sick tonight. Great to see Evan Winia get his points there. Another great bucket. Little jumper there for Mount Healthy coming off the hands of J.J. Etheridge.
Etheridge, 5+ points in 4 games this year, so a guy that can get some points off the bench for this Owls team.
Kyle Bill tried to drive it into the lane there. Foul was called though. Here's a look at that last bucket.
And you look, the stop on the dime, spin, way to keep the pivot foot down. Just when you have speed like Etheridge has, you can get some open looks with a little bit of space like that.
You can hear those brakes squealing on that one, Greg. I thought that was from Hamilton Avenue outside. Harrison has the ball now, inbound from the baseline.
You can see this Owl defense ferocious, getting up in the faces of this Harrison Wildcat team.
It's exactly what Coach Ty Cass wanted. The Wildcats able to work it in though. Little drive and off the glass, bucket won't fall. And Ty Cass ends up coming down with the rebound. He's going to try and feed it way up the court now. A little 20-yard pass down the sideline that'll go out of bounds at the Wildcat bench.
Yeah, nice play by the junior Winia, able to at least slow down that fast break and not allow an open shot there.
Etheridge will give it up top to Thurman. Now it's Cass. A lot of inside-outside work here from the Owls. It's back up top again and now driving back into the corner, but a foul is called, and that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, great placement there by the defender, getting himself set. You can see a little bit out of control there, and you know, able to force the charge.
So Harrison after the charge now will try and bring it up the court. Nice drive in there and off the glass. A good bucket for the Wildcats from our player to watch, Kate Combs. Ball is loose.
Tipped, yep, and that one's
going to be tipped off of Aaron Thurman there. Thurman couldn't come away with it. It's going to be Wildcats ball. Greg, last bucket on your screen here.
Yeah, able to, he finishes with the right, but able to get to his left hand for Combs. It looks like being able to go left on some of these guys is really the key so far to Harrison. Both of them with the crossover move to the left hand and get into the bucket. That's how Harrison scored both their baskets so far in this first quarter.
Cade Combs, 9.3 a game. They're going to need to get him going here as the Wildcats are down 11-4 with a minute 45 left to play in your first quarter. Nice give and go there, but it's blocked by Cass. Cass, some great defense for the Owls. He's going to work it in transition. He'll take it himself and lays one off the glass and in.
Wow.
Ty Cass.
I didn't quite agree with the decision going into about 3 different Wildcat defenders, but he's able to get kind of the teardrop off the glass going in, and Owls are in control early, up 9 points.
And excuse me, Robbie Cass. That won't be the first time I do that tonight. Drive in to the lane from Harrison. Foul is called on Mason Young. And Greg, down 13-4 as we see Mount Healthy here working on both sides. Their defense and offense firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, you can see the way Cass, with a little hesitation, gets a little bit of room, gets Vogel saying off of him, and gets just enough space.
Mason Young at the line, 73% on the year. His first one will go.
And you can see some of the speed that he showed. Was the quarterback for Harrison, but had over 1,000 yards rushing. So not just a pocket passer, a guy that you see a little bit of speed, you know, both on the field and on the court.
Crittenden comes on, Crittenden comes off, Ray comes on for the Owls, excuse me. Mason Young's second free throw will go in. He hits both of them. 13-6 now with about a minute left to play in the first quarter. Cass trying to work it very quickly, and that's another one forced out on another one of Cass's passes, excuse me.
Yeah, that looked to be Vogel saying in there. You know, Young did say he's a quick guy, but Cass has another gear out there, so going to be tough to see Young stay in front of Cass, but so far able to force the pass out of bounds. Oh, and they're going to call another charge.
Yeah, another charge there for the Wildcats. Second one this quarter. And Greg, 13-6. Definitely not out of reach here. But what do Wildcats need to do to get themselves a little bit more reasonably into this game?
Yeah, I think just start playing some more hard-nosed defense. I think, you know, stopping the charges obviously helps. And then, you know, as Coach Andy Marks said, you know, they got down in a 9-0 hole early because they were turning over the ball against this press. When you see when they can set up their offense, you know, get a couple guys isolated, then they've had a chance.
Some great passing here from the Wildcats. Owls defense crashes in hard. Back into the corner, now a three.
Oh, just
too long.
Looked great from where we were sitting, but just a little bit too deep.
Great rebound, though, from Vogelsang. He'll give it back to Rogers, and Rogers will lose the ball in the lane. Things will stay here with the Wildcats. Yeah, Greg, Coach Marks is very, you know, happy with his team. They've been dealing with a lot of illness, even non-COVID illnesses. Said that the flu, stomach virus has been running through the team. They haven't really been at full strength. So the shooting's not quite there. So we see another deep ball go off the rim. Foul's called, though.
Yeah, and I mean, you can look at like
not healthy ball.
Like Vogelsang, you know, had a good early game, but after it missed the Marymount game, only 1 for 7 from the field since. You know, just a couple guys that have played a couple games here and there. Robertson had to fill in a couple games with some guys out. So just not quite the continuity that you want. And you think, you know, if you have all your guys and you have that continuity, they are a 1-3 team, but they've showed a lot more than that. But just some unlucky bounces and, you know, some illnesses, which is, you know, common in this day and age, have really hurt the Wildcats and have probably put them a few steps back of where they thought they would be right now, especially with a senior-laden team.
The Coach Marks said that, quote, defending at a high level right now, just not shooting as well from the arc as we'd hope. And then one from the arc, there it goes in and out at the end of the quarter from Mount Healthy. J.J. Etheridge on the shot at the end of the quarter. 13-6 here at Mount Healthy High School. You are watching High School Hoops on ICRC-TV. We'll be right back after these messages.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV. On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
There's no better feeling than to be a part of a fire department. This is a family.
Police officer, it's a great job, it really is. You never know what you're going to get. You never know who you're going to help.
We're forgetting what's going on outside. We're focusing on what's going on in here, and we're all family.
This idea of a family academy, connecting families to talk about relevant issues.
Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back in this football game.
The Warriors in the state finals! Ohio Wesleyan, here we go!
And it's up to every one of you all to keep this going and carry the torch. I hope you will do that. Thank you.
ICRC-TV.
13-6, Mount Healthy Owls lead the Wildcats of Harrison. Happy holidays to you folks. We're just a week away from Christmas, and you know, into the new year, if you're looking for a new holiday or a new hobby, excuse me, something to do on your Friday nights, Tuesday evenings.
In the time of giving.
In the time of giving. Volunteers are needed at ICRC-TV. We get to help out at wonderful games like this, be a part of bringing the community to people's televisions. It's a great time for pick up a new holiday, pick up some experience.
Yeah, and, you know, in a time and place where not everybody can make every game, it's great to have these games broadcast online, and you can be, you know, help make sure family members get to see someone, you know, play a high school basketball game or soccer game or anything like that. So check it out, ICRCTV.com.
Here in our second quarter, that was Mason Young with the bucket for the Wildcats, and then Crittenden answers for the Owls.
Young working against Cass, able to get the open
Yeah,
shot.
look at Mason Young right there, the quarterback for the Wildcats, dialing up a play of his own right there.
A little bit of a members bounce there on the road.
Right. So let's see if the Owls can answer now, as we got a bit of a game developing from the corner off the front of the rim. Great rebound there by Crittenden. He's going to try and kick it back out. Almost stolen away.
Yeah, that was Sterling Ray there on the rebound. As we mentioned, 13 rebounds per game. You know, has had 2 double-doubles. With him, you know, it's not magical. It's no hocus. It's just focus and working to get those rebounds.
Gets one to fall there after feeding it into Crittenden. Ray definitely one of the big guy on the court, the rebounder. I believe he is top 3 in rebounding in the SWOC. And Greg, this is developing into one of those gritty SWOC games. We were thinking that Healthy might be able to run away with this, or we might see a slower, low-scoring game. Harrison's trying to bring that slow game to Mount Healthy right now.
Yeah, and I think, you know, even though Mount Healthy's went on some runs, they've been able to keep it within, you know, 10 points, 3 or so possessions, which, you know, you get a couple stops. As we mentioned, you know, they've lost the game by 10 that they were within 1 point with a minute to go. So things can happen quickly, and if you hang around and you play tough defense and you do the little things like make your free throws, you can really stay in these games.
Yeah, perfect from the line so far tonight are the Wildcats. Evan Winia, 57% from the line. He hit his first one. Combs hit a couple earlier in the game. Off the rim, but they might get an early entry here into the key from Cavante White. Just couldn't hold his balance.
Yeah, you see him fall in right as they're coming up. Great work by our camera crew there. White just a little bit too far on the balls of his feet, falls into the lane.
Deuce getting to come into Mount Healthy and produce some things with ICRC in my producer role. One thing I'll always say about Mount Healthy students, they're super enthusiastic and they're super eager. Cavante White just a little too eager for the rebound there. Whitney gets the second one to fall, and the Wildcats stay perfect from the charity strike tonight.
And that's what happens when you put in the work. Sometimes good things happen. You miss a free throw, but you get another opportunity, and now instead of a 6-point game, it's a 5-point game. And Harrison, you know, both teams have been in some close games this year. You know, both of their point differentials within 3 points, plus minus. So.
Yeah, Coach Mark said it's been tough being all their 3 losses this year. They've been right there at the end of the game with a minute to go as Cass drives the lane. He won't fall though. Foul on the rebound. And they're going to call the foul before he went up for the second attempt shot there.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's going to be an inbound. Cavante White seemed to get pushed when he was going up. That's number 2 on Mason Young.
Baseline inbound from Cass. A little give and go action there. Now Cass going to drive right back in, but it won't fall. Great play there from the Owls, but they won't get the bucket.
Just not quite able to finish with the left hand. It's great work, group rebounding by Harrison. When you have such a strong rebounder like Ray, it takes a village.
Evan Winia for the Wildcats, coming in to replace Andrew Sebastian tonight as a starter, and he gets the rebound and then goes in for the bucket.
Has almost half of the Wildcat points so far, so certainly showing what he can do. And a deep 3 there by Cass. And once again, helping out, getting a rebound there. Luke Rogers to the lane.
Wow, yeah, Rogers with the rebound, gives it to Combs for the bucket. And now all of a sudden here in the second quarter, Greg, it's the Wildcats of Harrison that are running the floor. And we've got a 17-16 ball game.
Yeah, it was 9-0, you know, early in the first quarter. Now just a 1-point game. Cass gets to a runner, has now missed, I believe, his last 3 or 4 shots.
Combs on the other end, driving it in, and a little roller will fall! Wildcats take the lead. Combs says, I'm not touching that, loss with the 39.5-foot pole.
You know, Combs goes up with his right hand on the left side. Not always the greatest option, but just gets it to roll around. You feel like we're at the Harrison Wildcats' new gym instead with the rolls that they're getting.
Cass puts one off the glass and gets his own rebound and lays it in. Timeout is called on the floor. Harrison's hooping right now, Greg. Look at the last 3 baskets here.
Yeah, able to get some quick points as you see the young man running out of the way. Comes, gets to the right hand, almost falling, but still throws it off the lane, and then here you go, a little 2-on-1. Snakes to the outside, great control with the left hand. And he likes to do that kind of fall backwards, right-handed finger roll.
How about Cade Combs, man? 9.3 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, 1.3 steals per game, and that 59.1 field goal percentage is fantastic for the Wildcats to have that kind of consistency in there. Coach Marks wants that consistency, and you're hoping that tonight can be one of those games that we saw if you were with us for our ICRC broadcast. Harrison at Marymount, he had that big game that night, dropping 23 points. Wildcats are hoping to get that kind of a game out of him tonight as well.
And you know, having Winia with Sebastian out, along with Mason Young and some foul trouble early, having another guy to kind of shoulder the load. They only have 2 guys on the floor that have any points tonight, but both of them with 6.
Wildcats are trying to work it around the horn, but the Owls locking it down.
Yeah, running that 2-3 zone up here, trying to get a high trap there, kind of the extended 2-3 zone.
It was a great pass from O'Neill to Robertson to get out of that. And now it's Combs, almost stolen away. It is stolen away. Here come the Owls.
Oh, just a little deeper, Ray. But going back to that Harrison offensive set, you know, you want to get the ball into the middle against that 2-3 zone, but you can't allow that bottom guy to creep up. You got to have some movement, but you also have to move that zone side to side. If they're bringing 2 guys up to trap, you have to pass the ball around quickly. You can't let that defense collapse on one person. You know, if there are 2 guys collapsing on one person, then you have an open guy somewhere.
And I think that's what's worked really well for the Wildcats, Greg, is they have a lot of guys. Look at how east to west they spread the ball, as you've just seen there, coming from the top of your screen to the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, and look, Combs was open for a second. They get past the 2 guys, and now they kind of had a 3-on-2, an open teardrop, but ball kind of bounces around and goes out of bounds. But you can see when you move the ball and when you get past the first 2 guys, you'll get numbers, and you've seen some easy layups by guys like, you know, Winia and Combs. It's just getting past that initial pressure.
Yeah, now a timeout on the floor is going to be called by the Wildcats. Coach Marks wants to talk things over, and yeah, Greg, you've done, we're early in the season and done a couple ICRC games. Not a lot of teams, I've noticed, are calling timeouts early in the games, early in the season. But tonight, Harrison has, in this ball game, and Harrison has a chance to knock off Mount Healthy for the first time in 10 games. You want to be able to take control of these moments, quiet down the setting in here as the away team. Coach Marks has his guys rolling right now.
Yeah, I think, you know, early in the game, you want that to kind of settle down. You know, you're down 9-0. But I think right now, if you see an issue, you want to correct it. You don't want them to go on another 9-0 run before you call a timeout, because it was going the way of they were having a lot of struggles on offense. They were throwing the ball away. They were doing the things that Coach Marks wanted them not to do. And sometimes, you know, you can't take these timeouts with you to another game. And yes, maybe you need them at the end of the game, but if you don't call the timeouts early and you're down 20 late in the game, it doesn't really matter how many timeouts you have down.
And Coach Marks, as you saw on your screen there, one quote that he gave us for a defensive key of the game tonight, he said, "We have to keep Cass within reason. He's going to get points, but let's not let it get out of hand." Only 7 points tonight in the first half, and really not a whole lot of points elsewhere from the Owls. This defense has been outstanding on Harrison tonight.
And you noticed on Harrison's big run, as there's a shot that's way off, but a nice rebound.
Yeah, look at that from Kyle Bill there. Kyle Bill getting the board in the bucket.
Yeah, but, you know, during, Cass missed 4 straight shots, and Harrison went on a little bit of a run. So it's not, you know, it's not that they're going to stop him from shooting, but when you force him to take more difficult shots, it can really help out, you know, your offense and your transition defense, because he's a guy that has to be back. So if he's in the lane, then you may get some 2-on-1s going the other way.
So 4 lead changes already here in the first half, as we're about 2 minutes, 35 seconds left to play. Owls trail by 1. Cass has it at the top. Cass working on 2, now 3 defenders. He gives it away. And a sloppy try at driving the lane there. It's stolen away. Now quick break, and again lost, but thrown right back into play. And a really sloppy sequence from both teams there as each was trying to heave a desperation shot at the glass. Foul called. Greg, here it is on your replay.
Yeah, Cass looks like he's almost ready to give up on it. Ray saves it in bounds, but a great play there by Grant Morse to just jump over everybody and get the ball.
Morse 50% from the line. Hits this first one.
You know, for guys shooting 50%, obviously it's early in the year, not a whole lot of free throws. It's a pretty nice stroke, good rotation, and that one was perfect.
Yeah, it was only his 7th attempt from charity strike this year. A couple substitutions for each team.
See the Wildcats keeping things mostly in line. Still no Mason Young. Probably won't see him for the rest of the first half with the 2 fouls. Nobody else really in foul trouble. Mount Healthy, a number of guys with 1 foul, but really the only guy with 2 fouls so far.
Nice steal away there, and then given straight back by Cade Combs.
Combs looked to be trying to make a move and then left the ball behind him.
Cass, and 1 for Mount Healthy.
And you can see what that speed does. He can shoot the ball well, gets the ball in transition. Harrison defense a little bit off kilter, and is able to go through a couple guys. Vogelsang gets him on the arm, but still has the strength to go up there and finish it.
Robbie Cass, 77% from the line. Just an unreal athlete, leads the SWOC in points per game, 2nd in assists. He's the SWOC athlete of the week right now, 25.2 points per game in his last 2 games, a 3.7 GPA, and big congratulations to Robbie Cass, eclipsed 1,000 career points in their recent game against Coleraine. And Ray thought he got the block there, but he's called for the foul.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2 on. Well, yeah, that'll be 2 on Sterling Ray. So certainly, Cass is probably their most important player, but Ray also very important. Looks like maybe got the hand. It looked fairly clean from over here, but refs happy to see him maybe get the hand there, and that'll be 2 on Ray.
Wildcats clinical from the free throw line so far. Cade Combs hits his first. He's 68% on the year. Which is the second one.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to get Ray out. He stayed up there for the first free throw, but I think Coach Cass realized he already had 2, and with just 2 minutes to go, no point in getting a cheap foul here, even though the Owls are down 3 and in a tough situation, as we mentioned. Outscored 24-12 after that initial, 24-12 after that initial 9-0 run.
The Owls now down 3. Cass has it up top. They're working it around the perimeter, drive into the lane, layup. Nice and easy there for Thurman. Aaron Thurman putting in work for the Owls tonight. We got a 24-23 ball game now. About a minute left to play in your first half. Out into the corner, shot for the Wildcats. Drainer from the corner, Grant Morse.
Yeah, Grant Morse, 33%, 3 of 9 coming into this game. Had a couple of tough threes early, but was able to get that one.
And yeah, they're gonna get Rogers for the travel there. A little too steppy on the rebound.
Kind of a tough foul to call on Rogers there. Looked like some hands in there. Not really sure when he got possession.
Yeah.
But the refs declared possession there. He obviously was kind of running with the ball up by his head, and they'll call the travel for that.
Bit of a laser off the rim to rim, a tough rebound for anyone there. The Owls still have possession on their end. 40 seconds left to play in your first half. Cass with the handles, thought about the step back. Under 30 seconds left to play now. Cass might hold this for the final shot of the half. Gives one into the lane. Risky pass there, but it's handled.
Cavante White.
Yeah, that's Cavante White that handled it and put it off the glass. Let's see if the Wildcats can get one here before the half, but it's given away. 8 seconds left to play. White again gives it off. Foul called in one right before.
Oh no, they're going to call the charge there.
Third charge of the half called down on that end. The Mount Healthy fans don't like it.
And you look for the slide there. if that's college or the NBA, he's definitely within the cylinder. Ref said he just beat him there, but that's a tough call. Another steal with 3 seconds to go.
Tried to give him the
Into
Hail
the
Mary
lane.
pass.
Oh, and just misses it there.
Well, Greg, boy howdy, we were thinking we were in for a great SWOC matchup tonight, but not expecting this kind of thing. 27-25, the visiting Wildcats have a lead over the Fighting Owls of Mount Healthy. Do not go anywhere, folks. We're in for a roller coaster here in the second half. You are watching High School Hoops on ICRC-TV.
On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV. On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
There's no better feeling than to be a part of a fire department. This is a family.
Police officer, it's a great job. It really is. You never know what you're going to get. You never know who you're going to help.
We're forgetting what's going on outside. We're focusing on what's going on in here, and we're all family.
This idea of a family academy, connecting families to talk about relevant issues.
Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back in this football game.
The Warriors in the state finals! State finals! Ohio Wesleyan, here we go!
And it's up to every one of you all to keep this going and carry the torch. I hope you will do that. Thank you.
ICRC-TV.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
The Wildcats come up big.
Lead-off taken, and we're going for the stolen base.
Well, pretty exciting, especially if you're a Harrison Wildcats fan.
On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Julia, are you ready to play band with us? I'm gonna play my clarinet.
And Elmo's gonna play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
I'll be right back. Hi. You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Every ugly doll is unique.
I'm Moxie.
Bobo.
Wait.
Call me Slick Doll.
What?
And every child is too.
They can be pretty lovable.
That's why when you travel, you should make sure your child is in the right seat for their age and size.
This is why you're the wisest doll in town.
Well, keep them safe by visiting nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Isn't that right, gibberish cat?
Couldn't be better.
Find the right seat today.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother ya?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere. And just growing up the way I grew up and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Welcome back into Mount Healthy High School, where the Fighting Owls are down by 2, 25-27 to the Harrison Wildcats. Glad to have you with us on a holiday Friday evening here on ICRC-TV. I'm Josh Semstrat, joined by Greg Miller. Greg, 'tis the season for giving and holiday joy and everything. You might have heard about this viral story in Mount Healthy. Woman was, there they are now, you see on their screen. The woman in the middle works at the Dunkin' Donuts here in Mount Healthy, has worked there for years at the drive-thru, and the girl you see with her, one of her favorite customers, as Ray gets the Owls started here in the second half, ties the game. But notice that the customer noticed?
Yeah, Suzanne, who was the woman on the left, noticed that her favorite worker, Ebony, who she would see every day at the drive-thru, was no longer there after one day.
Yeah, and I guess wanted to know why, found out her and her kids had been evicted, brought a bunch of big three there for Harrison. Grant Morse gives the Wildcats back the lead, but decided that she wanted her favorite worker back at Dunkin', decided to, in the spirit of the holiday season, round up a bunch of another three ball. The threes are flying here in Mount Healthy. This time it's Javon Crittenden answering in another tie ball game here. 30-30, but yeah, Greg, great story there. Decided to get her favorite worker a brand new furnished home with the help of a bunch of neighborhood organizations here in Cincinnati. You see Suzanne and Ebony there on your screen again, but yeah, Ebony was so thankful. Her prayers had been answered to just be in a home for the holiday season.
A fully
with her
furnished home
yeah.
for her and her family. It's just great to see neighbors helping out neighbors. You know, so many great communities that ICRC works with, and one of them, you know, Mount Healthy, and you see the story of what a great community it is, neighbors helping neighbors. Even if it's just someone that you see every morning that makes your morning a little bit better at Dunkin'.
Great feel-good story from Mount Healthy here at the holiday season. Back to basketball, though. Cass is fouled as he tried to take the jumper.
Yeah, getting into the lane, the one thing you don't want to do is move forward. Cass getting to his spot, getting hit on the arm as he goes forward. That'll be the first foul on Evan Winia. Just to race that on some foul trouble right now, Mason Young got his third foul earlier in this game, has 3. Vogelsang has 3, and then 2 each for Crittenden, Sterling Ray, and Cavante White. So a little bit of potential foul trouble coming down, as it's only a 2-point game, Josh.
Yeah, that foul trouble is going to be crucial. Wildcats are killing it at the foul line tonight. You saw Cass hit both of his there. In the first half, it was Cade Combs that led the Wildcats with 8 points, Evan Winia with 6 points. Meanwhile, on the other side in the first half, Robbie Cass with 9 points in the first half. Everyone else just with 2, though, as we see another deep shot from the Owls. So
yeah, Crittenden had 8 as well, but really outside of those 2 guys, not a whole lot of heavy lifting from the rest of this Owls offense.
Yeah, Coach Ty Cass really hoping he can get some more production elsewhere as his son Robbie Cass drives into the lane. Won't fall, but the Owls get a nice rebound there.
Yeah, nice tip out there. Crittenden able to control it. Crittenden's been, as we mentioned, very good. Has, I believe, 2 threes already. A guy that shoots, you know, 38.5% going into this game. So very capable shooter, even at, you know, the 6'2" size.
Cass giving it into the corner. Crittenden again lays one off and in.
And you can see, has the shot, but also has great control. He's got a lot of what you want in a basketball player too. Able to stop on the dime, rise up over the defender.
And a couple players on the floor there. The ball is going to go Harrison's way, though.
That's actually, I think it's going to go back to the Owls. It looked like Thurman got his hands on the ball there and then got pushed out of the way. Some great defensive ferocity for the Owls, and I think that's what you want to see. You know, they got out to that big lead. Harrison was able to take the lead, and they're bringing back that defensive intensity that Coach Ty Cass wants to see.
Coach Ty Cass barking out some orders on his bench right now as the Owls restart another offensive possession. Crittenden going to try and drive. Little floater there won't go off. Second chance from Ray, he gets it. Third chance from Ray, and then he's fouled. Excellent work from Ray there, not giving up on the play, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, you can see Harrison in the 2-3 zone. Ray able to work his way around the backside into the middle. and get some rebounds. You know, not quite the tallest guy, Sterling Ray, 6'2", some decent size. You can see pretty wide, got some solid muscles. Certainly a guy that can muscle his way in there and get the rebounds.
A little bit of a line drive free throw, but it falls. We'll have some substitutions here for the Wildcats. Cade Combs, our player to watch tonight, coming back into the game. Ray's got 5 points on the night. He hit his first free throw, 50% from the line this season thus far. Second one right there. And the Owls coming out hot after halftime. They're up 36-30. But we've seen Harrison bring that back quickly before tonight already. There's that quick work from the Wildcats.
There's Cade Combs once again getting into the lane. This time it looked like he actually had the nice left-handed finish and bring it back to a 4-point game.
You know, it's interesting, Greg, as we see a three here for the Owls off the glass, and big crash down to the floor there goes Cade Combs as he was trying to get the rebound. He's fouled, but some great sportsmanship you love to see there. Sterling Ray, little apologies and a high five as
yeah, and you can see
Combs gets back up.
Ray is a little bit of a dynamo, and you love to see that when he's getting the rebounds, but you know, a couple of times you go a little bit too hard in the paint, as the kids say, and you know, you pick up some fouls, and now he's already picked up his third, you know, less than halfway through the third quarter.
Going to be interesting to watch the foul trouble. Going to be interesting to watch both of these teams. Fantastic from the foul line tonight. You love to see that in young ball players hitting the necessary gimme shots. That's why they call it the charity stripe. Here comes a three ball from the corner. It's there!
Combs.
And one! Combs with a 4-point chance for the Wildcats. Oh, and they're wearing the green tonight. That's very Grinch Christmas there, stealing a free one, Greg.
Yeah, and you can see there, great ability to get the shot off. Gets hit as he's coming down, and Combs is all about it. The Owl in some shambles here as the Wildcats look to have a chance to get back. The Owl looking like Cindy Lou Who after all their presents were taken.
And it's 4 points. A 4-point play there from Cade Combs.
4 points the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way, that's right. He's got 14 on the night. Greg does. Cade Combs, our player to watch, and he is leading the floor in scoring right now. Another timeout called, this time by the Wildcats.
The Wildcats calling it. You can see some disappointment on the face of Coach Ty Cash. You can see him talking to his players, talking to Crittenden. Just is like, you can kind of see it. You know, can't quite, we're not the best lip readers, but kind of telling his guys, come on. Like, we know, he knows they're better than this. He wants them to play better than this. And, you know, some of the issues have just been simple mistakes, like, you know, like you don't want to foul a jump shooter right there, giving away some easy points. And, you know, Owls have won 10 straight in this game. They come in, especially on their home floor, and expect to win. But the Wildcats are keeping it, you know, close. And the longer they keep it close, the more tense things get.
Corner ball off the front of the rim. Rebound taken by Harrison. Tie ball game at 36, about 4 minutes left to play. We talked to Coach Ty Cash before the game, and he gave us, we asked him, you know, how's the season going thus far? It's his first year coaching at his alma mater. His son transferred over from Aiken for his senior year. He told us, quote, I love how our team has competed so far. We have very little varsity experience. And with this being my first year as head coach, we are further ahead than I thought.
Look at the nice little pickpocket there by Rogers. Young misses it, but then going the other way, left-handed, and the tip, man.
Yeah.
A little bit of
Owls couldn't get the second chance.
Yeah, a little bit of
a
lid on the basket there that time down the floor.
Still a tie ball game. Nice feed into the paint. And going up for it is a big fella, Kyle Bill. He's got 2 first names and 2 points for the Wildcats.
And great patience there by Bill. Gets the gather dribble, goes through the double team, steps right through it. Exactly what you want to see as a coach.
Another little floater from the Owls and another rebound for the Wildcat. Grant Morse this time. Wildcats back out into the lead, 38-36.
Yeah, and that's not the shot you want to see. Kind of a wild, out-of-control shot there, just kind of looking for the foul. Usually the refs aren't going to give fouls for shots like that.
Now it's the Wildcats working it around the corner. Inside and one! Oh my goodness, it's all green. It's Rogers this time, Greg. Here's your replay.
Yeah, you can see great ball movement working around. A little bit more of a man-to-man look right now. Rogers gets into the middle on Cass. Once again, Cass only 5'10". Rogers has a little bit of size on him, backs him down, takes it up for the and one, and now Harrison has a chance to get out to their biggest lead of the game, 5 points.
Yeah, we've already had 6 lead changes tonight, and now, yeah, we've seen a 9-point lead from Mount Healthy, and this one just off the front of the rim. First missed free throw of the night, but a great rebound for the Wildcats. They'll restart another offensive possession.
Yeah, almost disaster there on the pass, but Young able to keep it together.
In and out go the Wildcats. Bill trying to get it up. Another workout. This time a drive, and then again back up top.
You know, I love the way Bill plays in the paint. Not the smoothest guy, but comes with great patience. As there's Combs again with another basket.
Combs is slamming the rock down tonight, folks. Wildcats out to their largest lead of the night.
Looks like it's going to be a little touch foul there on Combs.
Yeah, sneaky little touch foul. Combs on Cass. Cass is going to have the baseline inbound now.
Yeah, only the first foul of the game on Combs, but already 5 team fouls for the Wildcats. Once again, 7 fouls will be the 1-and-1 bonus. 10 plus fouls is 2 shots.
Cass, floater, but he's fouled.
Yeah, and once again, he's kind of doing that, you know, almost that James Harden kind of step back, gather step. And you can see, instead of just keeping your hands up and just forcing to be difficult, you can see Combs trying to run towards him, and that's just not what you want to do, because you'll get him on the hand right there. And you can see, gets him right on the hand. You got to go straight up instead of kind of running into him, because it's tough to stop that momentum up there.
Cass hits his first one. Mount Healthy cheerleaders giving him support on that baseline down there. He's at his home baseline. Some great showings from both of these schools tonight, both cheerleading squads out here.
Even the Owl out here.
Almost a full gym, and yeah, even the Owl over there. The Owl has had his wings over his eyes over there on the sideline, getting a little nervous. Cass hits his free throws though, and he brings it back within a 4-point ball game. Harrison just gets it over the timeline. Kick out to the corner, 3 ball, just wide, but a rebound. And then it'll just go off Kyle Bill down there on the baseline. It'll be Owls' possession.
Yeah, Bill once again, one of the big guys. I love to see him work. Just couldn't quite hold on to it. But you can see him getting into the lane, had the nice pass, in great position for the rebound. Just couldn't hold it back in. You hope for those big guys, after all that work, they get the ball and can bring it back up.
Yeah, Kyle Bill averaging 2 points a game, 1.5 rebounds. He's already done that and more tonight. Great to see the big fella getting in there for the Wildcats. They have a 4-point lead still. Cass with the ball for the Owls at the top. Drive in now for the Owls.
Great move there by Crittenden. Getting to the right hand. You can see the great control. Breaks right through the middle of that zone, gets to the right hand.
Yeah, you like that little whirlpool passing there at the top until the lane came open. And boy, I tell you, the passing right now for the Wildcats is on fire. Another assist for Kyle Bill.
And you can see right there, Rogers getting behind the defense, running that man-to-man. Gets behind the defense, and oh, look at that! Woo! Another little razzle-dazzle there by Crittenden.
Crittenden, that's 2 in a row for him. He's got the Owls on his back right now, and we're 30 to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah,
2-point game.
17 for Crittenden, 9 this quarter. Gets it out to Combs. That one a little deep.
I think they're going to call that off the hands of Cass. Look at these Mount Healthy baskets here by Javon Crittenden.
Look at that. Crossover, keeps the ball away from the defender, gets back out to the right hand. Exactly what you want to do, and then just look at this. Whoop! Now you see me, now you don't.
Harrison takes the inbound. Roger just off the front of the glass, and who else but Crittenden on the rebound.
Yeah, 17 seconds left. Think they might look for the last shot. No, they take it back up. And that one, a little bit of strength there by Cavante White. A little bit of contact, still able to get it up in the left hand.
Now it's Harrison driving the lane, up and off the glass. It'll roll off the front of the rim, rebound Owls. Tie ball game here at the end of the third quarter. Oh my goodness, Greg, we are in for quite the treat. Stick with us here on ICRC-TV. We are going to the fourth quarter, all tied up at Mount Healthy High School.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. So when I met Narnese, she started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back. We're so glad to have you with us here on a holiday edition of some Friday night high school basketball. We got a tie ball game here, 44-44. And Greg, for Mount Healthy, it's become a family affair here in Robbie Cass's senior year. You see him there on your screen, transferring over from Aiken High School with his dad, Ty Cass, Coach Ty Cass, in his first year here at the helm. See him there coming over from Aiken. Spent 11 seasons at Aiken, Greg, got some assistant experience, then took over as the varsity coach, and now the former basketball player and soccer player for the Mount Healthy Elves returns to his alma mater to lead this basketball squad.
Yeah, great story. Finally coaches long enough to have his kid play, gets the head coaching job, and then gets a chance to move back to his alma mater. Has his son come with him to Mount Healthy, and it's been a great matchup. 4-2 so far on the season for the Owls. Good season so far. And as you mentioned, Robbie eclipsing 1,000 career points, which, at the varsity level, you're not sure how much play time you get. 1,000 points is a lot at the high school level.
A 4-year starter, 3 of those years, and 900 of those points at Aiken. He was first team CMAC. And it'd be great to see what the Owls can accomplish this year. It's a 6-team conference here in the Southwest Ohio. It can be very gritty. Every conference game is so important. Cass is fouled there.
Yeah, and you can see having Wania, a little bit of a speedster, the 5'9" junior, having him pick up Cass full court. And sometimes what you want to do, with a guy like Cass that shoulders so much of the load, kind of wear him out a little bit, make him work a little bit more. You can see him maybe a little bit of tiredness. Only 13 points, well below his average, but getting to the line early, trying to give Mount Healthy the lead just 36 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Cass hits the first one. Yeah, he's SWOC Athlete of the Week this week. He's averaging 25.5 points through 2 games this week, a 3.7 GPA for the kid too. Fantastic. But yeah, the Wildcats they wanted to come in here and play tough, gritty, hold them down, don't let things get out of control, solid defense, and they've done just that.
See Cass now picking up Wania. The ones going back and forth with a little bit of full court press. As we mentioned, Matt Healthy coming out in that man defense. We're playing some 2-3 zone early, but have switched to man-to-man here in the second half.
Well, and I think that's it's been interesting to watch both offenses work as we see a drive into the lane and one again for Harrison.
Mason Young there getting into the defense, falling backwards, but able to just get it off the rim. And you mentioned these Harrison offensive woes, not seeing it as much tonight. A lot of, games in the 40s, but right now already 46-46 with 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's great stuff, and I think it's so interesting as you see Coach Marks on your screen there. It's been interesting to watch these offenses tonight and now how the defenses are adapting in the fourth quarter. You saw a lot from Harrison going on your screen, top side to bottom side, working it east to west a lot, if you will. Mount Healthy kind of the other way, a lot of inside and then back to the arc and everything, and now kind of switching to that man defense to counter all the ball movement from Harrison. But the one thing holding it all together, Greg, is these kids are hitting their foul shots tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's been a free throw shooting clinic from both sides. Love to see that. Cass with the three. The off-balance three. Looked like he was looking for a foul there, but that one goes in. Cass now up to 18 points.
3, answer. Oh! Take the roof off of this place. It's raining here at Mount Healthy High School. A 3 from Cass on the one end, and then answering for the Cats is Grant Morse. 1-point ball game. Another 3 here. It's good! Javon Crittenden. Owls take the lead back, 51-50. Think they're going to say he was in on the line there and call that a 2. And another one from deep. Oh my goodness, stop it!
Morse, stop it! 3 3-pointers coming into this game. He's already got 3 tonight. 14 points for the young man.
Crittenden spins off the back of the rim, gets his own rebound. He'll go for a second chance. It's blocked. Another rebound, this time by Ray. It's blocked. He gets his own rebound twice, and then a foul. Oh my gosh.
That's a kid that's got 19 rebounds in a game. Look at that. You look at Cass falling away, keeping the right foot out. And then quickly on the other side. Just wide open in the corner. Ray not able to get out there quick enough.
Your favorite guys coming back onto the floor for the Wildcats, Greg. Kyle Bill back in, Luke Rogers back in.
I love to see the guys like Bill and Ray that, do some of the dirty work. But Bill's also been shown, he's been a great passer, has had a couple of assists today, really helping the ball movement for this Wildcat team.
Ray hits his first, misses his second. After all those threes that were exchanged, I might have lost track here, but I believe we've had 9 lead changes in the game now. It's the Wildcats on top, 53-51. They're going to start another offensive possession by working around the horn here, Greg.
Josh, I'm running out of fingers to count these lead changes. We're going to have to break out the toes here soon.
Pass into the paint there, and a nice bucket off the glass from Evan Winia. Mount Healthy fans wanted a little foul there.
Yeah, Crittenden laying on his back looking for the charge.
Here goes Crittenden now. He'll send it back up top for Cass. Cass from way downtown! Timeout, Mount Healthy. And the Owls back within 1.
Come alive. 13 points in the first 3 quarters. 8 points so far this quarter. Look at that. That's NBA range. That's big 3 4-pointer range.
Oh my goodness. And he loves it too. Let's get the team going, he says. 54-55 is your score. Now, I don't know if you noticed there, Craig, but Evan Winia, when he did put that one off the glass, he did look back to check on Crittenden there. I love the sportsmanship from these kids. Diana Riemenschneider, she's the new athletic director here at Mount Healthy. She is big on preaching the sportsmanship. And I think you love to see that paying off right here on the floor in front of us. We've seen a couple great let me help you off the floor moments from both squads tonight. You see Cass's 3 there on your screen. And then the one that we just showed you from way deep.
And there's nothing you can do there. Great closeout there by Winia, but just, you don't expect someone to pull from back there. Even a guy like Robbie Cass that has over 1,000 career points.
So we're gonna come out of timeout just under 5 minutes to play.
Josh, something to watch late in this game. Owls only have 14 fouls. Harrison, 18 fouls, so there'll be one more 1-and-1 for Mount Healthy, and then they'll be shooting 2 shots the rest of the way. So with both teams shooting free throws so well, every foul will be a shooting foul for the Owls.
Stolen away there and the other way for the Owls. A little too hard off the glass though, and a great rebound by Luke Rogers.
Yeah, you can see Thurman went up expecting some contact. Harrison stepped out at the last second and just kind of got widely thrown off the backboard. Ray there, great defense against Kyle Bill.
Now here comes Cass for the Owls. Couple switches there and then a pass into Crittenden there. Crittenden's in an easy one that he thought would lay off the glass, just doesn't fall.
Yeah, just seem to put it up a little bit too low of an arc, and it doesn't go in.
Then how about Evan Winia, though, replacing the injured Andrew Sebastian tonight and getting the points, but right at the other end, Case answers and then says a little,
they're gonna get texts on both of them. You can see right after the basket, looked like Cass had something to say.
Yeah, after that bucket there, he had a little, I see you, to his other number one. We were just talking about the number one stacked up on each other, and he had a little something to say to Evan Winia there afterwards.
Yeah, and you wonder if Winia said something back. It's been a great game between both of these two. As we mentioned, Winia coming off the bench with 10 points. You love to see the intensity, but you don't like to see the extracurriculars. As we mentioned, athletic director Diana Riemschneider preaching the sportsmanship, and you can see a little bit of talk in that way.
A little bit of flex right there between the number ones.
And maybe a little bit of something the other way. Tough to see on the docket. Also, 3 fouls now for Winia. Only 4 minutes to go, but something that could come into play later.
Winia and Cass on each other for the rest of the game, it appears. Harrison trying to work in. What a pass there, and he's fouled, though. What a great pass from Kyle Bill into Mason Young. Young's fouled on the delivery, though. He'll head to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and that's 4 on Sterling Ray. Once again, a big part of this Owls,
that's their second chance right there. That's their second chance rebound guy. And it's going to 3.5 minutes still to play. A lot of interesting foul trouble to watch on the floor right now. Mason Young, 73% from the line, hits his first.
And I think he's at least 3 for 3 from the line today. Both teams, as we mentioned, shooting great from the line. So be interesting to see in this last 3:30 if it becomes a free throw shooting contest.
And you saw the Wildcats cheerleaders there. Both teams are going to be shooting at their home net, if you will, for the remainder of the game. Now here comes Cass. Going to try and drive in this time, and a little floater off the fingertips. Yeah.
A little English. Looked like it was going to be short, but a little bit of spin on that, and that sneaks over the rim. Tie game.
Yeah, Cass brings us back to another tie game, and now it's stolen away. Crittenden. Owls regain the lead and a timeout.
Crittenden wanted to make sure he went through the contact, backed off, and then you could tell, after the last layup, wanted to make sure he got that one right off the top corner of the glass and in. You can see there, hits it off the bottom of the backboard, but just enough spin to sneak it around. Some very nice basketball. And then Crittenden coming up, getting the steal. Make sure he goes up well with that left hand.
Crittenden averaging almost a steal per game. Boy, these kids are playing hard right now. We talked about Mount Healthy's won the last 10 meetings in this matchup, Greg. Last year, Harrison nearly got him, taking him to overtime in the last matchup of this series. And now here we are, Friday evening at Mount Healthy. Owls only up by 2, 60-58.
But you've also mentioned this Harrison team. Though their record is not quite where they'd like it to be, they've been within 1 possession in every game they've lost. The only non-1 was their 1 win. So with the way they played against everyone this year, you expect them to keep it close. And right now, still 3 minutes to go, but it's a 1-possession game.
And we've talked about with the SWOC, Greg, brutal conference with only the 6 teams. You get everybody twice, of course, still, but Harrison coming into tonight's game, as you see the Harrison faithful there, 1-3 overall, but this being their first conference game, they've got an opportunity to kind of put a heavyweight and a title contender down in the basement at 0-2 in the conference already and start them off at 1-0 in the conference.
Yeah, Mount Healthy, a tough game, losing, I believe it was to Ross in their first game, so want to make sure you don't fall behind, in that 0-2. Oh, Mason Young just a little bit short, but tips it out. Kyle Bill gets the basketball.
Yeah, you could tell on Luke Rogers, he really wanted that bucket in that he assisted there. He fed it in again, but Wildcats can't handle the ball right now.
Yeah, not sure what that was by Winia, kind of looking out and kind of trying to stop at the last second and just falls off the fingertips. Now with just 2.5 to go.
And you can see Coach Ty Cass over there, all those little tips right now. He is begging for those transition points. to fall for the Mount Healthy Owls. He wants all the defensive opportunities for him.
And begging for those little plays, get the rebounds, don't allow second chance points. You know, when you do the little things right, you don't get the ball stolen in the backcourt. You know, you have to do all those little things right if you want, you know, 50.5 to 49.5 on those 50-50 calls, which could be the difference in the game.
Cass has it up top. 2 minutes left to play. The Owls have a 2-point lead. Now it's over to White.
A little bit of a slowdown here. Interested to see what they're trying to do here.
Thurman, Crittenden, back to Cass.
Wonder if there's a little bit of time wasting going on here. Been almost a minute now. You know, not really part as far as this game's been going.
Thurman loses the ball. Guys are on the floor.
And that'll be a timeout there by the Owls.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they're going to let him get that timeout there. And yeah, that'll be only one left for the Owls after this.
Yeah, and there was about 2.5 minutes when Mount Healthy took the ball and took 57 seconds off. Interesting to see with this much time playing that kind of time-wasting game. You know, with as many turnovers as both of these teams have, it's kind of an interesting strategy because you've seen a lot of transition points, one bad pass and it's a tie game.
Right. Both these teams excelling at the free throw line tonight. So Harrison does have one foul to give before Mount Healthy is in the 1-on-1 bonus. Mount Healthy only has one more foul to give till the Wildcats are in the double bonus.
Yeah, so with where they are, next foul will be 2 shots for the Owls. Next foul on the Owls will be a 1-and-1 for Harrison. So you can see for Harrison, a little bit more spread out scoring. 4 of their starters in double figures. For the Owls, it's basically been Crittenden and Cass having 46 of the 60.
Cass being double teamed. Harrison moving very quickly now, and I believe we're going to have a quick foul get called here.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 shots there now. Mason Young, that's his 4th personal foul. And you can see here will be interesting to see if the Owls keep anyone at the line. While Ray was shooting earlier, no Owls were on the stripe. Thurman will hit his first one, take it up to a 3-point game.
Thurman, one of the, as we've said, all great free throw shooters out here, but 80% from the line is Thurman. They are in the double bonus right now, and he will hit both of them.
A little bit of, there's the friendly rims coming, taking it to a 2-possession game now.
90 seconds left to play. Up by 4 are the Owls.
Do not need a 3 here, need a good shot.
Grant Morse with the ball, and travel's called. Huge travel there on Grant Morse, and it's going to go the other way with 1:17 left to play.
Yeah, and you can see Coach Andy Marks just beside himself, looking for the substitution now. Not happy with the way that that drive went.
We're getting to that critical point for the Wildcats. They've had it within a possession with a minute left to go on all 3 of their losses. They're near that now. Cass, a nice dump off though to Ray. Ray lays it in.
It's going to be
6-point lead for the Owls.
If they did the time wasting, but did not there. And now another throwaway and just some self-inflicted wounds here by the Wildcats late in this game. As we mentioned once again, a late game 1 possession. A minute and a half was a 1-possession game. Now it's stretched out to 6 with just 56 seconds to go.
And you're seeing everything for the Wildcats right now that you've seen so far. You were right. You had it right there. You were close and everything, and then you have Evan Winia not really on the same page there with Caden Holmes, and it's just these Wildcats. They've been sick, not even with COVID. They've just been sick. They've had injuries. They have not had a lot of consistent playing time together. So in these big moments, you just kind of see some of that. But, as things progress and everything, getting into the new year, get some more consistent playing time, and they'll start to understand each other a little bit and maybe win some of these close games.
Yeah, and you can see this, this Mount Healthy team has played 2 more games and a conference game. So, looking there on the other side, Cass, even in a time-wasting spot, realized he could get to the lane, find Ray. Ray was in the right position, wide open. Easy bucket to take it to 6. So that's you can kind of see some of the differences, between games played, but also availability for games.
Yeah, Harrison will get into the thick of things conference schedule-wise here soon, and then Mount Healthy headed to one of the greatest places in the world, down to the Lake Cumberland area for the Cumberland Classics.
Oh, always fun to see some of these, you know, Christmas time tournaments. So it'll be fun for the Owls to, you know, get a chance to get some games down there and get a little bit more experience.
Owls doing a great job of running around the horn there and avoiding the foul.
Yeah,
finally, the foul is given, though, and
able to take 20 critical seconds out, and right there, that's the 5th on Mason Young. As we mentioned, you know, a big part of this team was in some foul trouble early, and when you're able to move the ball around, you can't exactly pick who fouls and, you know, who takes the foul. So that'll be the 5th on him, and after a great game, 10 points for him, he'll foul out.
Crittenden misses his first. See Coach Marks on your screen there, just a little frustrated, close once more.
Crittenden, big free throw here to take it to a 3-possession game.
Yep, he'll hit it. And 35 seconds left to play. Wildcats need a quick one.
Yeah.
Big 3. Yep. Oh, he got it. Yep.
Grant Morris out of his mind tonight with 4 threes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hitting from deep tonight is Grant Morris. Wildcats give the quick foul. 4-point game. But going to the line 4-2 once again are the Owls.
You know, Morris averaging 5.3 points per game coming in, has already more than tripled his scoring average in this game.
Aaron Thurman,
you know,
junior gets the rim bounce, or the sophomore gets the rim bounce and hits his first.
You know, though disappointing probably if the game goes the way it's looking like it might, but got to be positive for Coach Andy Marks to see the way this team has, you know, bounced back. And then, you know, for Coach Ty Cass to see the way his team has kept going. You know, a game that, you know, they could have let, you know, Harrison get back into the game, get down on themselves, and kind of let it get away. You know, when it got to 4 or 5 points in the Harrison direction, they were able to fight back and, you know, win this game for the 11th straight time in a row for the Owls.
An impressive feat no matter who your opponent is, 11 in a row against him. Cavante White got the key rebound and hits his first free throw there. He's got 5 on the night. 25 points for Cass, 22 points for Javon Crittenden.
Yeah, and I think, I was going to say one here would probably do it with a 3-possession game, only so much time. Be very difficult. You got to get a shot a lot quicker than this.
Yeah, it's just not quick enough for the Wildcats, and that might do it there. Cass is just going to hold it. Wildcats are going to back off. And the Mount Healthy faithful here start their Christmas week off right with a Fighting Owls win. The Owls 67-61 over the Wildcats. They improved to 5-2, 1-1 in the SWOC. Harrison down to 1-4, and they'll take 0-1 record to begin conference play. Greg, any final thoughts on the game tonight?
I mean, just a great game by both teams. Love to see the back and forth action. Love to see the teams, you know, working on some issues, being able to adjust during the game. Overall, well-played game by both teams. You know, Mount Healthy came out on top, but I think both teams played extremely well and have something to hang their hat on for the rest of, as you mentioned, this difficult SWOC season that's coming ahead.
And for the Wildcats, I mean, you wanted to see some improved shooting. You had multiple guys, a handful of guys tonight in double-digit scoring. So definitely
carrying the load.
Yeah, a lot of guys improved their shooting tonight. So definitely a lot to look forward to from both of these teams, both member ICRC communities. And for ICRC, this is going to do it for us here in the year of 2021. When we return in 2022, more varsity basketball to be played as we get into the thick of the season. I want to thank you all for joining us tonight. For our director, Dean Lowry, for our ICRC crew, for my partner, Greg Miller, I'm Josh Semstrat saying happy holidays. We will see you next year from ICRC-TV.